Hello everyone, I've just received my January Your Creative Studio Vintage Ephemera box. I know it's the beginning of March, so we're a couple of months late, but just because of COVID, everything, absolutely everything, is taking so much longer to get here to the UK from overseas, if we can get hold of it at all. To give you an example, Daphne's Diary is no longer available to us here in the UK. I even tried to pre-order a copy in the beginning of December for the January edition, which still hasn't materialised. So I think we're very, very lucky that we can still get hold of these boxes. So it's a bit late, but let's just crack on and open it up. Now, I'm going to do something different today. I'm just going to show you what the box looks like once you open the beautiful tissue packaging, give you a quick flip through, show you what the packaging looks like, and then I'm going to go off camera, open everything up, and as soon as I've done that, I'll be back just to show you what's included. So, you know, this is the type of beautiful packaging, and I save all of these just because I think these are really nice to use in recycled projects as well. But, you know, just look how beautifully presented everything is. So let me just go off and open everything, and I'll be back to show you what's inside. So here we go. I've undone all of the packaging, and this is the contents of the January box. As always, we've got the lovely business card from Amanda showing the contents. There are 13 items in this box. Let me just pop that to one side. We've got this gorgeous book. This is the thickest one that I've ever seen. We've got a whole stack of opaque images, and I'm absolutely thrilled to bits to see that there are some of the designs that we've received in previous boxes as well. Let me just try and find one. For instance, this one here, this is one of the favourite packs that I've received in these boxes, so I'm really excited that we've got some smaller versions of that there. There are so many different designs. Here's another one, isn't that cute? And then we've got vellum ones at the back as well. So I really like those. So we've got that. We've got this little notebook here. So we've got some faux stamps at the back, and then these labels here. I really like the red and brown design of those. These are perforated, which they quite often are, like that. We've got a selection of rubber stamps as well. This is obviously a cinema and film theme. So we've got these. We've got the film roll here, mini reel, and then the cinema ticket. I think these are fabulous. Look at the quality of those as well, and I do believe that these are Amanda's own designs as well, that she's relying less on stuff that she can buy from other manufacturers and is making her own designs, which I just think is absolutely great. So we'll try those out. We have got some of the Your Creative Studio stickers as well, again with a theme, a film theme and popcorn design. I like those. We've got this film strip washi tape with cinema and sort of kind of Laurel and Hardy. I don't know whether it is, but you know, it's certainly got that that vibe about it. Love that. We've got these little rulers here. I love the colours in these. I think these are stickers. So we've got those to play with. We've got some vintage papers. But oh no, these are a mix of vellum and paper designs as well. I love these. Just look at that one there. I mean, you know how much I love my ledger paper. These are just absolutely gorgeous. So again, a mixture of vellum and paper designs there. Love, love, love those. We've got some sticker papers. Let me just show you the designs of these. Isn't that one gorgeous? Love these. Dracula. So I like those there a lot as well. And then we've got these few bits and pieces here as well. We've got this little black book here, which is labels, vellum and paper, all kinds of different designs. I think that's really cute. We've got these cinema tickets here, little sticky notes. Those are fun to use. This sticky note here as well, movie view rating. I like those. Those are all the same. And then I just absolutely love this book here as well. Look, look, look. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, the designs are all the same throughout the notebook, but just look how beautiful it is. So let me put my thinking cap on and see what I can come up with, and let's try and do something with some of these papers. Now, I want to do something in my Your Creative Studio journal. This is the journal I made using the November box, I think, and I've already done a page in this as well using the December box. I think I want to work on this page here, and I've pulled out one of the papers here. This is the self-adhesive papers. Size-wise, it goes really well. I'm thinking that there is a natural break about here. Do I want to have this perforated edge on it? I don't think so, because I'll probably end up cutting that off anyway. I've got a metal rule to my side here. Let me just try and get this as even as I can. That will do. Let's just tear that off. And in fact, if I take the page out, it's going to be easier to work on. I've used just string for my my signatures, just because it makes it easier for me to remove the pages if I want to move them around. I just find it easier working on my pages when they're not actually inside the journal itself. Now, I've also dug out some of these ruler stickers, which I thought might look quite nice, and I think that one of these will hide the join. What colour would I like to use? There are several of these that would work really well. You see, that one works colour-wise, but that may be a bit samey. I quite like these vellum ones. We've got that colour there, or this green one. I think I quite like the green, which will add a little bit of contrast, I think, perhaps. Let's go for that. What I think I'll do is take the sticker off. Now, do I want to ink around the edges? Yep, I think I do. So let's just ink around the edge of this first. It's easier to do it before we take the backing off. And I'm using Distress ink here in Gathered Twigs. I've got one of these mini blending tools here. I bought this by mistake. I've forgotten what the brand is now, but I couldn't get hold of any of the Ranger ones for a realistic price. And I thought these were the same size as my Ranger Blend It tool. And of course, they're tiny. So then I had to buy the actual tool as well. I'd originally just bought the pads, but actually it's quite handy, and they're a fraction of the price. If I can find the link, I'll leave it in the description box below. So I'm happy with that. In fact, it's probably going to be easier if I just peel a little bit off the top. Of course, I'm not going to be able to get the backing off now just because I'm on camera. Perhaps if I do it this way around, it might be easier. Here we go, it's coming, I can feel it. Here we go. So how did I want that to go? About there, like that. Just make sure that I get that straight. There we go, that will do fine. And then I want to stick this one down as well. This is another sticker. This is a Vellum Sticker. These are brilliant, but they are a bit of a pain to get the backings off. A pokey tool usually does the trick, but I'm going to try and do it with my nail. Come on, you. Oh, I can feel it. Here it comes. So again, I'm just going to stick that down there like that. Just make sure that I get that straight, otherwise it's going to really bug me. And now I just want to trim off the excess on the top and the bottom. Let me just find my scissors. In fact, I do want to trim it off. There's not enough really to fold over without it looking a bit silly. There we go, that will do fine. What do I want to do next? Now, these balloons don't really mean anything, so I'm wondering if I can perhaps cover those up with one of these sticky notes. So that's off this pad here. I think that will look quite cute. We'll have it on an angle just to tie in with the coming soon. Again, I'm just going to ink around the edges. There we go, and I'm going to stick that down about there like that. I'm just going to use a glue stick to do that, just making sure I've got plenty as usual around the edges. Here we go, that will do fine. And I want that to go about there, just above where that chase gaiter is. Yep, I think I like that there. What have I done with my bone folder? So I like how that's looking. Now, I was thinking that I could have some of these popcorn stickers. Now, do I want the movie clip? Do I want that? Or do I want the popcorn? Oh, decisions. I'm not sure. Okie dokie, decision made. I'm just going to have this here like that. There we are. I think that will look quite cool. And I think I'm going to have one of the popcorn stickers down here in the bottom right-hand corner as well. Let's have that about there. Yep. I like how that looks. I popped my page back in my journal just because I wanted to see how it looked against the page on the opposite side. I do want to try and do something with this stamp here. So let me just pop my journal to one side for a second. I've pulled out this pad, which was in one of the previous Your Creative Studio kits. In fact, I think I'll leave it on the pad. I just want to emboss this with some black embossing powder. Let's just pop this on here like this. I think it's got a sticky that you peel off. Yes, it has. So we'll stick that on there like that. So it goes that way round. So I've got some clear embossing ink. Let's just ink this up. Just make sure I've got plenty of ink on there. Pop a plain piece of paper down as well. Let's have this this way round, and I'm just going to stamp and hold that down for a second or two just for the embossing ink to grab. There we go. That should do it. And then I've got some black embossing powder. Let's pour that over there like that. Tip off the excess. I should have used my stamp buddy, but there we go. I didn't think about it. Let's just grab a brush and get rid of some of this excess powder. This one is really stiff, but that's okay. And I'm just going to heat set that ink with my heat tool. That is a really cool stamp. I like that a lot. So I'm just going to fussy cut this out, and let's see if we can do something on that opposite page. I just love that ticket. That paper is just absolutely fabulous. It's sort of like an onion skin paper. Now, I've also pulled out this piece of the sticky paper, and I think I want to cut this portion out here. So I'm just going to take that off to my trimmer. Okay, so I'm going to ink around the edges of this here and stick that down about there. Let's just grunge this up a little. There we go. That will do fine. And of course, I'm not going to be able to get the backing off of this again. Oh, dear me. Come on. Here we go. It's coming. It's coming. And so I want that to go about there, like that. That will do nicely. And then I was thinking that I could stamp this stamp here in the bottom right hand corner. I think I want to use black ink for that. What have I done with it? Again, we need to peel off that plastic. Keep the plastic pieces though, because you can stick them back on again afterwards. So I'm just going to pop that down there like that. And so that needs to be stamped about there. I'm going to use my Stays On in Jet Black. I will just stamp it off on a piece of paper first though, just to try it. Yep, that's fine. Isn't that cool? I like that stamp. So make sure I've got plenty of ink, and I'm going to have that there. Don't think about it, Nina, just pop it down. Hold that down for a second or two for the ink to grab. Then I want to glue my cinema ticket about there. Let's just pop some glue stick on that. So we'll have that there. That's fine. Where's my bone folder gone? And then I was thinking that I could maybe stamp this little film reel here. Right, what have I done with my little mini stamp platform? So again, bring back the stays on. Let me just stamp this off on a piece of paper again first. There we go, that's fine. These are really nice stamps. I like these a lot. And I'm going to have that there like that. Now I've also found this image here which came out of the little booklet that was included in the kit, and it looks like an old vintage action movie, so I'm thinking that I can have that there. Now that's going to get a little bit lost, so I've got this sticker that was sitting on my desk. Colour wise that's absolutely perfect, so I'm just going to cut around the outside of this just to give myself a little border. So let's do this, cut that there, like that. I'm going to ink around the edges and then I can stick that there, and I think that finishes off my collage really nicely. What do you think? So I've stuck this onto that sticker. Let's just pop this down. I think I want it to go there. Let's just make sure I've got that straight. And that's it. I'm really happy with that. Let's try and get the pages straight. There we go. Isn't that fun? I'd also like to try and do something with the papers in this pad here. I just think the colours go really well with the red tones that are in this sheet here. So what I'm going to do is start by taking some of the papers out. I think they perforated at the top. I'm just going to have to tear really carefully. So I'm going to take a couple of these out, grab my scissors, and I'm just going to fussy cut around some of these little tabs like this. So I'll cut some of these out. In fact, I quite like the perforated edge on some of these. So let's try and keep that. Just trim it down a little bit. I'm not bothered about having a cream border. That's okay. I've also got another one of these pads. There was another one of these. You can see that it's different to the one that was included in last month's. I think this came in either the November or the December pad, so I think I'll cut a few of these out as well, and let's try and do some kind of collage perhaps with these. Okay, I think I know what I want to do with this. I've got myself a shipping label here. I think this was one that my friend Linda sent me a couple of Christmases ago. I love using these. I'm going to take the string off to start off with, and all I want to do is make myself some kind of collage. So I'm just going to stick these down. Try not to overthink it. I'm not going to ink around the edges, or do I want to ink around the edges? You know, now that I've said that, I think I do. Okey-dokey. So I've inked around the edges of all of these. So let's just stick the rest down, and I'm going to try not to overthink this. I want to have this one here like that on the edge. Let's try and, in fact, let's just grab my bone folder as well. I've got myself a whole wad of deli papers here to catch the excess glue. Where do I want that one to go? Oh, in fact, that one needs moving over slightly. There we are. I want that one there, perhaps like that. I need something in the top right hand corner, perhaps this one here. Turn my deli paper around. And I'm just going to keep going until the whole of this is filled. So let me just trim around the edges and we'll see what this looks like. Now, of course, I've lost the hole on the back, so I've just got my hole punch here. I'm just going to repunch that. And then I've got, there we go. And then I've got one of these, which I can just add over the top. And I've just pre-inked these ring enforcers with some frayed burlap, I think it was, Distress ink. I did these a while ago, but I'm pretty sure that that's frayed burlap. There we go. So I like the look of that. It's a different colour to what's on the back, but that's absolutely okay. I do want to ink around the edge of this though, because I've lost some of that ink where I've trimmed. And then what do I want to do? I want to add my string back in. This is a bit too long. I think I'm going to double it over again. That will do. And thread that through. So we've got a nice little tag that coordinates really well. Let's just trim that off at the top, which coordinates beautifully with that paper. So I just need to make myself some kind of pocket now to pop it in. Okie dokie, so I have a plan. We've also got this pack of beautiful vellum and plain papers here that came in the kit, and I'm thinking of using a piece of the packaging here, which I think will go really nicely. So I'm just going to cut a piece of that off. There we go, decision made. Let's just trim that down there like that. It might be a bit too long, but I can deal with that in a second. I'm just going to whiz this off to my paper trimmer though, just so that I've got a nice straight edge here. Trim this down ever so slightly so that it fits really well, and I'm just going to pop this on here. I've cut another one of those from that little set just to cover up the Yujian branding. I hope that's how you pronounce it anyway. So let me just stick that down as well, and then we'll glue the pocket in. I think the colours match really well, and I just love upcycling packaging as well. So there we go, we'll have that there like that. I'm just going to use some of my 3-in-1, and I'm just going to add a really fine bead. Oh, I need to top this up. We're running out of glue, but I'm just going to apply a really small bead all the way around. There we go. I don't know whether you can see it, but I've got a really small bead around the outside. Let's pop that down there like that. So I'm just going to have to weight that down underneath the book for a second or two for that glue to grab. Doesn't that look cute? So that's stuck down really nicely. Let's pop the tag inside. I just think the colours work really well with that ledger paper. I like that. Let's just do one more thing. I've got all of these beautiful papers that were included in the kit. I'm going to use this one here, and I think what I'm going to do, which way round do I want this to go? I want to make myself a little pocket. I'm just going to fold that in like this. Here we go. Fold it down. Don't overthink it, Nina. And I'm just going to add a tiny amount of glue just on this edge here again. I do want to fold that up actually. Let's just fold the bottom before I do that. So just going to fold that up like that. Use my bone folder to make myself a crease, and then I can trim the bottom as if I was making an envelope. You can see where those fold marks are really easily. So I'll just cut myself a triangle here, and whoops, triangle on this side too, and I'll do the same on the other side. There we are, and then I can glue that all shut. I want to leave it open at the top, so that will fold up like that. Again, I'm just going to use 3-in-1 to do that. So I'll just apply the glue here first, all the way to the top. There we are. Wipe away any excess, and then I'm just going to glue that at the bottom as well. And again, I'm going to have to weight that down underneath a heavy book for a second or two as well. Just make sure that you don't end up gluing your pocket shut. So my pocket's now glued, and that's what it looks like, front and back. I want to cut a semicircle in the top to make a bit of an opening. Now, my corner rounder will not go through, my corner punch will not go through vellum very easily, so I'm just putting a piece of paper, A4 copy of paper, over the top, which will make it easier to line up as well. And I'm just going to punch that out like that. There we go, and that's perfect. Now I just want to find a space for my pocket. I want it to go here just because I think the reds and oranges that are in this envelope go really well with this page here. So that's where I want to put it. Now I really like the colours on the back of the envelope, but I think it should go that way round. So I'm just going to use a bit of glue again just to stick that down. I'm not going to have it right to the very edge, just to make my pocket just a bit more expandable, although I will put it quite close towards the bottom. So I'm just going to stick that on there, and again I'll weight that down with a heavy book for a second or two, just until the glue grabs. Now I've decided I want to make a tag to go inside of here as well. This is the other side of the scrapbooking paper that came off here. So I want to use that because, again, just colour-wise, it makes no sense at all, but colour-wise it goes really well. Of course, this is sticky back, so I'm just going to glue it down onto a piece of thin cream cardstock, which is just a scrap that I had on hand. Let's try and do this. I'm going to need to trim around the edges anyway. So I'm just going to trim this. Now that's glued down onto the cream cardstock, but it looks a bit flimsy. So I've pulled out my world map pad. And because we've got the ship on here now, there's a couple of pieces of paper that I could use. I could use this gridded one here, which would tie in with that gridded design there. Let's have a look, because I was also thinking that we might be able to use some matte paper, but it might be a bit busy. Have I got any left even? Actually, that one might go. I think that's the only matte paper I've got left. And I don't know, I think that's too much, especially if I wanted to pop something on the back. It's got to be this one here, just because it's in keeping with that design. So I'm just going to glue a piece of this down as well. So I just want to turn this into a tab just by cutting the edges off like this. I'll use that to flip it over and do the same on the other side. Oh, hang on, so how did I do that? So flip it over that way, and then they'll be symmetrical. Silly, I know, but that's the way I like things. There we go. Ink around the tops of those as well. I've already done the other sides, and I want some kind of a tab on top. Now, of course, we've got these stickers at the back of this pad here. We've got 2 pages of these. We've got these ones and these ones. I want to use one of these. I think I'm going to choose this one here in the centre. There we go. It's about the right size. I do want to ink around the edges. I think I'll go with my darker ink. Hang on, let's just do this. Otherwise, let's just get rid of that white. Otherwise, that's just too stark. And that will tie it all together. I'll probably need to let that ink dry for a second or two, otherwise it's just going to smudge when I try and fold it. And I just want to have that in the centre like so. Let's see if I can get this centralised. It needs to go a little bit further over. There we go, that will do fine. And just fold that over just to make a cute little tab top. I think I need to fiddle around with this to make sure I get it kind of straight. In fact, what I'll do is if I make a fold there like that, and that will make it easier for me to add it to the top. Yep, you see that's finished it off for me. This is what it looks like, front and back. That paper was definitely the right decision, and so I can just pop that in there like that. And that's just another cute page finished off in this gorgeous journal. Let me show you my pages that I've done today. I love this little pocket here with this red and white tag. Isn't that just cute? And it may well be that I find a perfect red focal image that I might be able to use in one of the future boxes, but I just love that exactly as it is for the time being. I think the cinema pages are really cute. That focal image from that little booklet was perfect. It just reminds me of a vintage action movie. I've still got to do something with that page there. This is the spread I did with the December vintage box, and then of course this was the other page I did today with the vellum little pocket. Love how that turned out. Now I will leave the link to Your Creative Studio in the description box below for anybody who is interested in subscribing to these ephemera boxes. You can just get a one-off box, or, you know, subscribe for 2 months or 3 months, but this one here is sold out. They tend to sell out about 2 or 3 months in advance, and that's just testament to how popular they are. But, you know, for those of you that are not interested in this kind of thing, then I hope that it's still given you some inspiration for using vintage pieces of ephemera. So if you've enjoyed today's video, as always, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up. Do let me know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and that bell notification. But as always, thanks for watching. Take care everyone, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.